Yo, what's up guys, J-Doc here, and we're back with another video going over Operation Shadow Legacy. If you haven't seen my previous video, I highly recommend you go check that out. In that video, I have access to the test servers, and so I'm getting to play the Operation Shadow Legacy early for a little bit before it comes out next month. So in there, I played a little bit, and then I made a video going over little nitpicky things that I found that has changed. That maybe Ubisoft hasn't seen or Ubisoft hasn't said or anything like that, things that you may not be able to find on the internet. But today, Ubisoft released the Operation Shadow Legacy little update, like everything that's going to be changing and stuff like that. There's some new things in here that I didn't know about until I read this, and so I want to share it with you guys. So yeah, Operation Shadow Legacy, let's get into it. So this is Zero. I'm sure lots of you guys have seen Zero, gameplay of Zero, so we won't really go over too much of that. Here's his loadout. He does have the MP7 with the new gun. He'll have frags and a claymore, and his secondary weapon being the 5.7 USG. If you haven't seen what he does, then I'll play this video and you guys can see what he does. So this is his secondary little gadget. It shoots a camera on soft walls, reinforced walls, hatches, floors, roofs, ceilings, anything like that. And it has a two-way camera, so you can see through that wall, and you can also turn it around and look back the opposite direction. So it's got one little shock to it. He has 4 of them, so 4 shocks. Each of them has 1. They don't recharge or anything like that. So once you use one shock off the camera, if you want to use another shock, you got to place another camera. So pretty cool. Be interesting to see how that's going to play out in ranked and stuff like that. The map rework chalet, I'm still going to be making a video on the whole entire rework. So I'm just going to walk through and show you guys what has changed. So stay tuned for that. Ping 2.0, we kind of covered this in my last video, but there's some little new changes that I haven't seen yet till I read this. So you can reveal the opposing operators by pinging their primary gadget. So when you're droning and you go to scan operators, you know, so you can see who all they have and who all they brought. If you see a Jaeger ADS, you can ping that ADS and it'll automatically show them. It'll automatically like ping them, so it'll show up on the scoreboard or whatever above, showing that there is a Jaeger. So pretty cool that if you just ping a gadget, even though you might not know where they are and you can't scan them, you can ping their gadget and it will bring them up. So the regular yellow pings have assigned numbers to make for easier callouts. We talked about that in my previous video. The rectile, not rectile, oh my gosh. The reticle used to determine where your ping will go can be turned off in options, so pretty straightforward on that. When using a controller, for you console players, the default ping input has been switched with the swap fire mode input. So your ping that you guys have on console, be sure to go to your options when this operation comes out, because it will be switched to the fire mode input. So map bans, we kind of covered it in my last video. So before each match, you'll be able to ban. So basically, both teams see this, and you can pick which map you want to ban. So let's say my team bans Oregon. The enemy team, you don't get to see what they pick. It's not going to show you what they're voting for or anything like that. So if my team bans Oregon and the opposing team also bans Oregon, Siege is just gonna roll the dice and select a random one. But if my team bans Oregon and the other team bans Bank, then Coastline will be the deciding factor. But the weird thing about it is you will never know what the other team banned. You can't see that, so you'll never really know whether Siege rolled the dice or whatnot. So I don't know how I like that. I kind of would like to see what the other team is banning, so maybe adding a couple more maps in there so that we could see, okay, we know for a fact that they banned this one or something like that. I don't know. I just think that's kind of weird, but still pretty cool that we can ban maps, so I'm really excited about that. So went over map ban. The match replay, we went over that in the previous video, so go check that out if you want to find more info about this. The secondary gadget, the hard breach charge, we also went over that in 2 videos prior. We made that video. We went over the sights in the previous video, so here's the new sights if you haven't seen them. And then changing the colors and stuff like that you can do. Reinforcement pool, we also covered that. Pretty cool. The whole team gets a set of 10 reinforcements, and any operator can reinforce however many they want. So roamers like Jaegers or whatever, they have a lot to set up, so they're probably not going to be reinforcing anymore. We'll just have the anchors do it. Pretty nice. I like that. Thatcher changes. We haven't covered this yet. So Thatcher only disables gadgets. He no longer will destroy gadgets. So if you throw your Thatcher and like trying to get a bandit off, it'll disable the bandit. It'll disable lesions. It'll disable cap cans, stuff like that. And I'm not sure. It doesn't say how long, but I've heard it's a couple seconds. So it'll be temporary disabled for a couple seconds, and then it will go back to working. So whatever that may be. So kind of weird. Lots of people have mixed feelings on this. I think this is a major nerf to Thatcher, because for bandit tricking, in the patch notes it says, I don't think it says here, but I've seen in previous patch notes that if it gets thrown and it gets the bandit charges, you know, they don't go away, they just disable, and that bandit can pick up that charge, quickly place it back down, and it works again. So yeah, it's going to be hard to get thermites off or Habanas or anything like that with this. So don't really like that. Huge nerf to Thatcher. Little new squad finder, siege stats, blah blah blah. Okay, so the operator price is going to decrease. So this is great if you don't have the season pass, and there's some operators that you don't have. So when the season comes out, Amaru and Goyo will now see prices reduced down to 20,000 or 480 credits. Maverick and Clash, prices going down to 15,000 or 360 R6 credits, and Ying, Legion, and Ella will go down to 10,000 Renown or 240 credits. So yeah, they decreased the price on Operator, so yeah, this will be good for if you don't have the season pass and don't have all the ops. So here's the new Shadow Legacy weapon skin. This is the little logo that it'll look like. I don't see this little new 0 icon anywhere on the gun. Maybe it's on the other side or something. Maybe they're just not showcasing it, or maybe this is the actual skin and how it looks. So I'm not sure if this is on the other side. I hope it is, because it's pretty cool. But if not, kind of a standard kind of carbon fiber looking type skin, but that's the new skin. So balancing, let's get into that. So the new hard breach, Montang's gonna have it, and it's replacing his stuns. Ying will have it, the new hard breach, and it'll replace her breaching charges. Fuse will have it, and it will replace his smoke grenades. Finka will have it, and it'll replace her breaching charges. Amaru's gonna have it, and it's gonna replace her claymore. Nook will have it, replacing breaching charges. Capitao will have it, replacing stun grenades, which kind of sucks. And then Lion will have it, replacing his claymore, which also kind of sucks. Maverick, so this is a plus. Maverick now has an additional blowtorch canister with 6 in all, up from 5. So he used to only have 5, now he has 6. That's a lot more. If you do it right, you can get some more hatches and stuff like that open. This gives players more leniency when rationing their field to open hatches. On average, it requires approximately 2.3 canisters to open a hatch, so an extra canister will be a bit more forgiving of mistakes. So game balancing, it just kind of shows the new sights and stuff like that. Nothing too crazy there. Player comfort, so MMR, minimum MMR gain and loss. So this is really cool. I'm super excited about that. So for those of you who play ranked a lot, you're gonna love to hear this. So winning or losing a rank match will now have will give a minimum of 25 positive or negative MMR gain or loss. We've also tweaked the MMR gain or loss distribution to prevent diminishing MMR returns for players who play lots of ranked games. So yeah, no longer will you, the more you play, you will not drop below 25. So 25 is the least amount you can drop or gain when you're kind of at that MMR stuck level where you've played a lot of games and you're really low on MMR count. So 25 is the lowest. So pretty cool. Vote to kick removal. So it's not going to be when it comes out. It'll be later in the season, but vote to kick will be removed from quick match. So not too crazy because I only play quick match to warm up and stuff like that. But yeah, it's being removed. So I guess there's been some toxicity and voting to kick and stuff like that, so they have decided to remove it. Like I said, it's not going to be when the new season comes out. It's going to be sometime later in the season. New player card is present at the bottom center of the screen that will help viewers swiftly notice which players they're spectating. So this is just kind of going over the little caster HUD and stuff like that for when you're in the replay system. Game health, so gadget deployment. They talk about the ADS sensitivity system. You can now have different sensitivities for different scopes. So if you like a fast sense on Holo, but you like a really slow sense on an ACOG, you can change that. So I think that's really cool. And MMR rollback cap. The cap for MMR rollback has been raised from your max MMR for the season to your max MMR plus 200. We hope this will give you a bit more flexibility for MMR rollback and reduce some of the frustration surrounding it. So for people who cheat in the MMR rollback, this is really helpful. As well as when you ban somebody, or if you have a cheater and you report them and they get banned, Ubisoft will actually send you a thank you saying thank you for banning. So now you'll know that your reporting bans are if they are successful or not. So yeah, that sums up this video. The new things that Ubisoft has put out today. Some pretty good stuff in here. So I'm pretty happy with how the game is moving. So I will be sure to update you guys on any new changes or anything like that that we find out. And stay tuned for the next video where we go over the new Chalet rework. So be sure to like and subscribe, and I'll catch you guys on the next one.